All right, we're 10 minutes after 7 o'clock right now on this Monday morning, checking in, saying good morning to Ryan, PC Trimble, who is usually checking around to see what is trending online.
Yep. Well, good morning, and good morning to you guys. So I feel like we have talked about Star Wars a lot, more than I've ever talked about it since I was like 12 over the past few weeks. But we're going to keep doing it.
Okay.
Because trending in today on Twitter was May the 4th be with you. Because actually yesterday was Star Wars Day because of May 4th is May 4th and stuff like that. It's a pun, I guess. It also happened to be the same weekend as National Comic Book Day, and only 21 days away from the anniversary of the release of the first film back in 1977, which you can see the trailer for that right here. And of course, we've had a lot of news about this, about Mark Hamill and the original cast being cast in the new sequels that are coming out in a couple years. So there's lots of Star Wars news is happening, so there's good reason to talk about it.
A lot of marketing, to promote it right now as well.
Yeah, they're all about it. Disney's doing a great job of, after they took over the franchise, because people were kind of worried what Disney would do with Star Wars.
Yeah, they had something on the Disney Channel over the weekend. It was like a Lego-themed Star Wars cartoon that my kids watched, so I recorded it for them, and I thought, well, this is neat, because again, I was 77, I was 9. So that was my introduction. My kids are now 6, and so they get introduced through a Disney Lego cartoon. But
one of the first games that Hunter ever played was Star Wars, Lego Star Wars games and stuff. So, and I tried to play it, but
when you think about it, like since the movie has come out, there hasn't been a group of kids that haven't had Star Wars.
You're right.
Because there's been something pretty much every decade since then.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely. All right, pretty cool.
So keeping with the trend of days of the week trending online, or days of the month actually, Mexican communities across the country will be celebrating Cinco de Mayo today, because it is Cinco de Mayo. Of course, a day that commemorates Mexico's army's victory over French forces in the Battle of Puebla on May the 5th in 1862. And actually today, President Obama is going to mark that holiday with a reception at the White House. And Vice President Joe Biden and his wife are hosting a breakfast at their home. So there's lots of fun stuff going on for Cinco de Mayo. And if we have any televidentes que hablan español, muy feliz Cinco de Mayo a ustedes.
Okay, whatever.
I wrote this story just so I could speak in Spanish on TV.
Did you?
No, I didn't. Actually, Cinco de Mayo is trending on, what was it trending on? I don't remember, on something. Do what? On everything, because it's Cinco de Mayo.
Pretty much on anything. And the fact that limes are extremely pricey right now.
Yeah, I saw. What was up with that? Because I saw right as I was going in, you typed something about that on Facebook.
For whatever reason, I don't remember what the reason was, but the limes are really expensive right now.
Mayo.
I don't think it was demand. I think it was something else.
Demand.
I think
they
might
had
have
a
been
bad
weather.
winter.
Right, it had something to do with the weather.
So they're more expensive.
So they're more expensive. Restaurants are trying to decide how to handle it, basically. Because they're upwards of, I don't know, I think a couple dollars a lime. $4 a lime.
That's
for one
lime.
No,
$4 a pound. You're right, Colin. Sorry, $4 a pound.
I'm here to correct you.
Oh, $4 a pound. Okay.
That's why I
mean,
live.
that's still more expensive. $4 for one lime. That's
just buy the juice, just squeeze it in.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's unrelated to whatever's happening right now. What's happening right now?
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, okay. Is that what that is?
I'm going to do the story.
It looks like a.
No, that was that video.
A reenactment.
That was a reenactment of the Battle of Puebla.
Yes.
Let's see. That never was explained to me.
No, I didn't need to explain it.
The Ultimate Warrior was at Puebla?
I don't know what you just said.
The Ultimate Warrior. He was just dancing a minute ago. You didn't see him there?
I saw that, but I didn't.
And then I don't know what's
I
happening
didn't fully
there.
research the VO. I apologize.
That's no worries.
Next time I'll submit a full report.
No. We should just watch more of it. There were some exciting things happening there. Like a riot
think Ryan would like to continue with his segment.
Oh, did I just hijack the trending segment?
It's okay. No, it's fine.
That's never happened before.
Don't tell him it's fine.
Because I don't keep doing it, right?
See, the Ultimate Warrior.
They're back. Why did we bring him back?
Give up.
Okay, watch.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So here's the last story, and then we'll go over to Colin, and he can talk all he wants. Nowadays, people are super nostalgic for things that they otherwise wouldn't ever use. People love record players and typewriters and other outdated but fun things. But one thing most people agree is better to just forget is the cassette tape. However, the magnetic tape used to make cassette tapes is actually a very good way to back up data because Sony just unveiled tape that holds 148 gigabytes per square inch.
Wow.
Which means, get this, a normal cassette could hold 185 terabytes of data, which is an insane amount. Sony hasn't said when or if they're going to release this new type of tape, but they have said that it would be used for things like long-term backup and not just to put a ton of music on a cassette tape.
But did you see in the video what happens with the cassette
I mean,
tapes?
see,
do you remember that?
That's why
The video is very compelling.
A tape comes out
That-
and you have to wind it back in there.
That video is actually from a YouTube site that I love. That's called the Museum of Obsolete Objects.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cool cool little YouTube site that
I
just
could
has
watch this video all day.
things that no one uses
I
anymore.
and I
remember
feel like I
doing
have.
that.
But yeah, no. But
Remember when you had to like the way that you downloaded, quote unquote, downloaded music was you waited for the radio to
and
play
you
the song.
tape it.
And
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
You had your finger on the record button and you were
Yep.
waiting for the song and you thought it was coming because the DJ said it was coming and you
Yeah.
would wait for ever.
Or like they would play a tease for it,
Yeah.
and you would get like 30 seconds of it, and they'd be like, "That's coming up later."
And it's but it's still technology that people think that we
Boombox.
use here, because I know when I was doing sports, anytime you go out, are you going to go tape this game? Are you going to tape
Sure.
this game?
Yeah.
You still refer to it as
Yeah,
taping
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. That word, it's I think we mentioned this before, but when people DVR things, even my mom, and maybe that's just because it's how we remember it, says, "I'm going to tape it."
Yeah.
of you."
Mhm.
Sure.
Because absolutely no tape involved anymore.
Nope.
It's 2014.
It's just
footage.
Yes, exactly. All right, interesting.
So there we go. That's what I have. And now Colin can talk about the weather, or probably not. But now we'll cut to Colin, and he has a couple seconds to talk about stuff.
And now we'll cut back to Ryan and ask him, are you old enough to remember tape?
I actually
mean,
am. Yes, I'm in that awkward spot where I am old enough to remember the end of record players and the beginning of tapes and when CDs happened.
Wow.
Because we had a record player at my house, and it worked for a little while and then stopped working. And then, of course, we had tapes. We have tons of cassettes that I refuse to let my mom throw away.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, they're just sentimental. I mean, we don't have tape players at the house anymore, but we just have tons and tons
But
of
not
tapes.
8 tracks. You're not an 8 track.
I don't remember 8 tracks, like they weren't in my time line, but my dad had an 8-track player that we used like as fun. And then he would be like, "Oh, this is what I used before
Yep.
cassettes were the new invention."
Yeah.
You know, before.
We had them in our house.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And it was fun. So I do remember
Okay.
those. Is the answer. And so that's why when you were talking about recording stuff, I could empathize with you because I have tons of tapes of just half-recorded songs off the radio.
My first tape was Michael Jackson's Greatest Hits. True story. My
Really?
parents got that for me for my 8th birthday
Mine was Thriller.
in a boombox. There you go. I got Thriller when it came out a year or two later, but yeah, I was into Michael Jackson. There's a video somewhere of when I was like 7 or 8 that birthday where I was just out of control Michaal Jackson.
Videos of you not too long ago.
I was going to say that video
Out of
could have been
control.
taken like earlier.
That was
Out of
from last
control.
week's morning
Wednesday,
show.
Friday or something like that.
So, you want to talk about weather?
I guess.
Temperature.
All right, let's go. Temperatures outside right now, 59 degrees. We've moved down a little bit here over the course of the last hour. We were up at 64 degrees for the 5 o'clock hour, moved down to 62 degrees for the 6 o'clock hour, now down in the 50s. Looks like it's going to be a fairly pleasant day, though, with temperatures moving back into the 70s.